Peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the host or gatekeeper of this program, as many of you know. Hold on a second, y'all know how I do it live. Peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call. Okay, there we go. Man, I should have set up my Facebook. Oh well, I didn't think about it. Have to catch it on another day, I guess. Yeah, I should have set up my Facebook. Nah. We cool. All right, yeah. So I'm the mighty one, Angel Snub number 7, and your soul brother number 1. And I know these spontaneous things. I know y'all. I know we getting on your nerves, just popping up, showing up, out from nowhere. But we just decided to get together and have this little hangout. But we are going to try to be very consistent. This channel, along with the African Supremacy channel, which is the host of that channel, is our student administrator of information, Brother Craig. Wow. I'm gonna really have to make this short. Hold on a minute. I gotta. Okay. It seems like every time you try to make a video, somebody wants you. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time here, maybe an hour at the max, maybe. Just something just to tease your mind with. Of course, again, I'm Angel Snub number 7. And with me on the panel tonight is my brother, student administrator, assistant to myself, Brother Taalik. How you doing, Brother Taalik?
Oh, I'm doing fine, brother.
All right. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here. We should be able to get through what we want to talk about fairly quick. Just a teaser. Maybe we'll probably do a part 2. It's according to what the main subject that we've chosen to talk about. It's according to how deep we can get into it. But actually, this is a 2-subject video. Part 1, we want to talk about these emotional black-ass men. And part 2, we want to talk about, of course, the title of the video is it time for blacks to leave America? Very interesting. Of course, many out there in YouTube land, they claim that it's time for blacks to leave America, but they ain't going no damn where. They stand right here. All that Africa. I'm going back to Africa. They've been talking that stuff for years and years and years. That's getting on my nerves. For real, it's getting on my nerves. I get tired of hearing that. If you're going to go, go. If you're not, shut the hell up. I'm tired. I'm going to go. You ain't going to go nowhere. Anyway, see, that's what leads me into our first part of this video. I want to talk about these emotional black men. Actually, I don't even want to say men, because a man should have more control of his emotions, you would think. I also want to let the audience know we did have a tag team debate scheduled for Sunday, but that has been canceled because of emotional black men. I'm not going to waste my time. In fact, quite honestly, I should not have wasted my time with Maurice Muhammad on that debate, because clearly you see an emotional person. They cannot speak with another person in a civil manner without going all ballistic, all emotional. Look, I've been on this planet for 55 years. I'm going to say that again. I've been on this planet for 55 years. And I have never experienced interaction with men the way that I have been interacting with these on social media. These are the most crybaby grown men. When you go to one channel, they crying about women. Oh, the feminism. Oh, the women don't do this. Oh, the hood rats. Oh, the weaves and the makeup. I'm like, who gives a care about what women is wearing and makeup? Who cares? Here you are living in a racist society and you could be 17 years old, walking home with a root beer and a bag of Skittles, and some wacko shoot you in your heart. And you worried about the feminism and the weaves and the hood rats and all that nonsense. You living in an environment where the reality is you are in a position, if the people or what Tariq Nasheed says, the dominant society, if the dominant society decide to say, we're sick and tired of these Negroes, they could round you up, take you to concentration camps, put you in mass graves. Since you claim that you want to go to Africa, they will send you to Africa or wherever you want to go. I don't know where you got to go, but you don't get the hell out of here. You're in a situation like that, and all over YouTube, you got men and these talking on trivial issues. They talking about sports all day. They talking about how I'm gonna get a woman in Brazil and all kinds of nonsense. And you know, talking about going to Africa is serious, but clearly these people aren't serious. And then when you tell them, well, when you gonna go to Africa? They, well, I'm working on it. What do you mean you working on it? They don't show you that they're working on it. They don't even, most of these guys don't even have a passport. So, but they working on going to Africa. Then when you talk about and challenge them on this idea, then they want to cry. Oh, you Uncle Tom, you uneducated. You don't believe in science. Yeah, all this other nonsense. And they cry. And they, I'm like, oh Lord, I should have brought a baby diaper on, you know, some of these sessions that I had. I've never been. These are the most sorriest. See, look, I want to talk to y'all sisters out there in the audience. You keep following these pitiful, pathetic black males. You're not going to go nowhere. You've been following them. You've been supporting them ever since the time of Garvey. And what have they done for you lately? Absolutely nothing. The biggest time they ever had a chance to stand up was during the Civil Rights Movement. And they haven't done nothing since. Nothing except talk about going to Africa, talk about a nation, talk about this, talk about that. It's just a bunch of talk. And when you rise up, woman, and you ask these men about how come you don't have these things yet, you're a bed wench. You're a bed wench and some other derogatory, degrading words that they bring to you. Because as a woman, it's your right. Since you're following this man, then you want to know, I mean, where are you leading me? What are you doing for me? And they are doing absolutely nothing. They are making pretty YouTube videos. That's what, I mean, they're doing that. But as far as giving you substance, how can you build a nation? You're building a nation and having all these babies. And that's what I see in this Afro Black conscious community. A lot of y'all sisters have 3 or more babies. And the reason why you don't mind having all these babies is because this Afrocentric strong black God, this your king, says he's building a nation for you. But when you look at birds, before a bird will lay an egg, a bird builds a nest first. If you're talking about having children for a nation, don't you think that you need a nation? Don't you think you need that first? Then you put the babies in the nation. But no, you are still having babies in the nest of your oppressor. Then when your child is a drug addict or a crack fiend or drunk or just something that you call a degenerate, you act like you shocked when this is what this nation, this is what this society produces, because you lay your eggs in that kind of nest. Your man has nothing to give you. The only thing he gives to you and me is excuses. Why he can't do this, why this hasn't been done. He tells me, well, if it wasn't for the black woman, I could do this. If you're a man, how are you going to allow a woman who you say is your inferior, who's supposed to follow you, how are they going to stop you from doing anything? I've never known a woman to stop a man from doing anything of good. Well, I have actually. But the average woman in her right state of mind is not going to try to stop a man that's trying to do something good. That's not going to happen. Even the hood rat, even the hyena, like Phil always say. When women see men doing something good, very few of them will get in your way. The problem is you're doing nothing. You're doing very little. And what little that you're doing ain't good enough, but you want it to be good enough so you can get praise that you don't deserve. Clap, 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 clap. Oh my, the black man is so doing, he don't have nothing. They don't have nothing to, they don't have a pot to piss in. That is why it is important for us to step up to the plate. This is why Operation Exodus Mississippi is important, because since y'all doing all that talk, y'all black kings, you doing all that talk, you black gods, then why don't you take the control of a state? Very simple, very easy. You a king, you a god. It should be very easy to take control of the state of Mississippi or any state that you choose you want to do. But no, more excuses are made because, see, in order to do this, you must unify with your brother. But y'all don't want unity. You want your own slave plantation. That's what it's all about. You want your own slave plantation. You really don't want freedom, justice, and equality for the so-called Negro in America. You want to be a slave owner like your master. That's what they want to be. Now, if y'all want to be slaves, that's your business. I don't want to join you on your plantation. I don't have any interest of being a slave master. I have no interest in being a slave. And anybody that's around me, you are not going to follow me nowhere. You are part of a team. Operation Mississippi is a team effort. We all in this together. If we fail, you're not going to blame it on me. We fail because we fail. But there are many of you with many talents. You are smart. You are intelligent. We have the money. We have the resources. We have everything that we need easily to take control of this city. I mean, not city. They keep saying city. I'm talking about this state. I'm not interested in no city. I want the state right off the top. If I'm a god, if I'm a king, I can conquer this state. And I can improve this state. And I can make this state glorified. But apparently, these guys, these men, it's all a bunch of talk. And it's easy to talk. Because here you are in a position right now to prove how great you really are. You don't have to sit around here and fantasize about you a god and a king and all. You don't have to fantasize about it. Prove it. Take control of this city. Why I keep saying city? Because I keep hearing that all the time. I want the state. I'm not interested in no city. I want the whole state at one time. Should be easy to do for a god. Hell, God's created the heavens and the earth. I'm very sure you should be able to take control of a state. It's a bunch of talk. It's a bunch of talk. And when you challenge these guys, this is why I had to cancel my little debate with these brothers, because just pre-debate, you hear them crying and whimpering and upset because people don't agree with what they're talking about. I have been on YouTube 11 years, and I have never cried and whimpered and cussed people out and disrespect people because you disagree with what I'm talking about. Never. 11 years. If you agree with me, that's fine. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. Guess what? I'm still your brother. And I can laugh, man. You don't agree with what I'm talking about. That's cool, bro. Not these fellas. They get to the point where they act like they want to shoot you in your head because you don't believe what they're talking about. That's a shame. And you should not even want them in your new reality. You should not want them in a place. Hey, Josephine, what's up? Josephine is in the house, in the chat room. Oh, we got 7 viewers so far. That's pretty good on a new channel with 38 subscribers. That's pretty good, I think. But of course, we are going to have Sister Rashida Stromer will be here tomorrow with me. We're going to talk about her new play. Well, it's not a new play, but she's going to be bringing her play to Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow. November the 17th, 2018. Your boy, Angel Snub 7. I'm going to see Rashida Stromer in Atlanta, Georgia. So those of you who are in the Atlanta area, I would like to meet you. I'm very sure Sister Rashida would like to meet you. Come and watch her do her thing. Dark-skinned woman's revenge play in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm very sure she will bring the details tomorrow. So Rashida Stromer will be here with me live in the living color. Syrian Jude is in the house. Syrian, hey, what's up, Syrian? See, that's the type of person that I really like. Syrian is a religious type person, spiritual person, but they still within the realm of reality. That's why Syrian is here. So love you, Syrian. And Syrian tells me that canceling the debate was wise because debating fools is a waste of time. You hear that, Brother Taalib? Yeah. Hey, you know something, Syrian? Brother Taalib told me that from the very beginning. Don't do it. See, that's why I got somebody like Brother Taalib with me because, see, this is my problem, brothers and sisters. I really love us. I love us as a people. I love us as individuals. But the reality of it, some of us are just out of our minds. We are not functioning within the realm of reality. And that's a problem. That's the problem. And you have people who have poor character. You have people who are just like these brothers, just emotional. They are not the type of people that you want to work with or follow or none of these things. This mindset, thousands and thousands of people in our community have their mindset and they have accomplished nothing since the civil rights era. Thousands of them. And they can't get nothing done except make a YouTube video or give all their money feeling good to these people who aren't doing nothing for nobody. And I don't have to mention their names. We know who they are. So, again, you know, like I said, I've been on this planet 55 years, and I've never experienced being around a bunch of weak, baby-fied, crying, supposed to be grown men. I would rather be in a nursery. You hear me, Brother Taalib?
Yeah.
I would rather be in a nursery with them infants crying, because that's how I feel when I'm around these guys. They're a bunch of crybabies. And these are supposed to be your leaders, even your YouTube personalities. The reason why they won't interact with me, because I will make them cry. I will make them cry. You know, that's not my problem. You know, if you cannot defend your position or don't really understand, or you can't explain your position where it makes, look, brothers and sisters who come to the Reality's Temple on Earth, the reason why you come here, because I keeps it real. I do the best I can to keep things where you value common sense, reason, logic, being analytical, things of that nature. This is the reason why you come here. If you wanted to go and hear foolishness, And fantasy and fiction, you know where to go. The reason why you come here is because I do the best I can to try to keep it real. That's the reason why. So I don't have time trying to debate these guys about fantasy and fiction when clearly that's what it is. I don't have time for it. I wish to concentrate on those who truly wish and want liberation for our people to get this beast off our back once and for all. You're not joking, you're not playing. That's what you want. Those of us who can accept the reality of our situation. We're not interested in fairy tales and going to Egypt and you or more crossing the land in a boat and all this other, God gonna come on a mothership and come down and do whatever. I don't have time for all these old wacky stories. I don't have no interest in them. So with that said, I'm going to pass the mic to get this second subject off. We're not going to be here a long time, maybe another 30 minutes probably. And if the topic gets good, we're going to have a part 2. Maybe after Sister Rashida has to go, maybe tomorrow or separate, something like that. But again, Sister Rashida Strobel will be here tomorrow. Brother Leon in the house. He said, right on. He said, Brother Leon said he comes here for the real. See what I'm saying? All right. I want everybody to get on the soul train. And this is a real, this is a very difficult project. We haven't even got to Mississippi yet. But anyway, I'm not planning on really officially launching Operation Exodus Mississippi until December the 9th of this year on what I call Soul Liberation Day. So that's when we will officially kick it off. But I do know, okay, this is October, November, December. I would really like to have a good, nice team, 20 to 100 people strong by December the 9th. Y'all think we can pull that off? A nice, strong, see, I'm starting off low, but I'm still aiming high. 20 to 100 strong team members by December. Oh man, that'll be wonderful. That'll be something else. We're gonna work on that. It's October the 12th right now. So we got October the 12th, November. Almost got 2 months to try to get 20 to 100 strong team members. I don't know, probably close to 20 now. If we do this right, probably almost got 20 now. So that 20 shouldn't even be a problem. Sister Josephine said, yes, we can do it. You hear that, Brother Taalib?
Yeah.
She said we can do it. I believe her. Brother Leon, can we do it? Syrian, you gonna jump on here with us? Can we get this 100 strong team members by December? And by the time we do that video, it's gonna be just pow. We gonna get the attention. I'm telling you, we start drawing this attention. We're gonna take attention away from Sonetta TV, from Cynthia G, from O'Shea. We're gonna start drawing attention from all these people. Because I'm telling you, they're gonna see that we keeping it real, got it real, we got it going on. Brother Leon said we can do it. Because see, I know I got Brother Leon and his wife. That's 2 by itself. That's 2 by itself. So yeah. We can do this. That's nothing. We supposed to be gods and kings and all this kind of stuff. That ain't about nothing. We gonna take this state. Because I'm telling you, if we cannot take this state and make this our sanctuary state, not a city, but a sanctuary place where we can have something to protect ourselves with, something that can benefit us in this nation, we're really done. We're really done as a people. We are. And I don't think that we're done. We should not be done. We're smart. We're smart. We're intelligent. And we have we do have that in us to survive. We survived over 400 years. It don't make no sense for us to go out easily the way our enemies are planning for us to go out. With that said, going into the second part of our subject is, I'm going to pass the mic to Brother Assistant Minister Taalib. There we go, bro.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone in the audience. And yes, thank you, Brother Taalik, for allowing me to present this part 2 topic in the video concerning if blacks may have to leave America.
Yes, sir.
You know, this is definitely serious stuff because, you know, just critiquing what the brother just said, if this exodus of Operation Mississippi campaign do not get up off the ground, we're indeed done here in America. You know, that's our last hope shot, you know, to any real true freedom, equality, and justice as a people in this country, you know, because having a sanctuary right now is very important. I mean, look at them legal immigrants coming here. There are, you know, sanctuary cities set up for them all around the country. So if they have it going on like that, then why cannot the descendants of slaves born in America have the same thing?
Yes, sir.
Especially, you know, we're taking over the politics of a state where the laws will benefit us. And then we could be able to fulfill whatever we desire to do as a people, you know. And that's just the reality of it, because anything else we've done under the auspices of white supremacy in this country hasn't worked.
Yes, sir.
You know, look at what happened with Tulsa. Look at what happened in Rosewood. And these other projects that we've tried to carry out to benefit us as a people. Look at what happened during the Garveyite movement of the 1920s, which is almost 100 years ago.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I could just name more examples. And it all failed, you know, because we were not protected. We did not have any type of real protection surrounding us from this assault, morally, physically, as well as, you know, spiritually, and well as, you know, economically, you know. And the fact of the matter is that we may have to leave, because, I mean, these people called Caucasian Europeans, devils, you know what I'm saying, serpents, whatever you want to refer to them as. I mean, you know, pink, pale, however you want to call them. It's like this here. They are in position, still controlling and running things, and they are calling on key positions to take, as far as us being concerned as dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America. You know, remember, the current president we have said he had a plan for Black Americans, and he separated it slashly by saying first he had a plan for African Americans, you know, referring to the immigrants coming from the continent of Africa. And then he said, we got a plan for Black Americans. So, I mean, I would let the audience figure that one out, you know, and I mean, we could see how he is at work right now, and those that are with him who are at work, and those who support his agenda, we could see how much they are at work. And it is also rumors that white supremacist organizations like the Ku Klux Klan are growing in fast numbers as far as membership is concerned throughout this country. And that's not a good thing to hear. You know, that's not a good thing at all, period. Because we know the history, especially with the Ku Klux Klan, and how many blacks they murdered, lynched, and all kind of stuff throughout our history in this country as a people being oppressed. So, I mean, you know, we have a lot of them in the police forces across this country, sitting in judiciary positions, like in a position of judge seats or prosecutorial seats, you know, and we wonder why many of us are overpopulating the prison system in America under the auspices of the 13th or 14th Amendment, you know, which contradicts slavery being ended in this country, and which clearly shows that that is a backdoor to slavery to this day. And, you know, and the fact that we're still considered as 3/5 of a human, which is a law that never came off the books of the U.S. Constitution. You could go Google it, and you could go even to the Library of Congress, I'm sure, and check it out for yourself. I mean, the law is still there. We are still considered 3/5 of a human. Yeah. So, I mean, with that said, I mean, it's no reason for us to keep waiting around, you know, getting caught up in these trivial, petty differences. Yeah. Over what one believes, what one don't believe, and if one do believe or not, and all that don't matter. You know, who's gay, who's lesbian, all that don't matter, because if we don't get our stuff together, you know, as a people, we would definitely be hauled off the FEMA and concentration camps. You know, under FEMA, as well as the mass graves. That is one of their main initial plans to finish us off. You know, it's been documented, it's been proven on various documentaries, you know, and especially across social media, and by prominent people known in this country who happen to be Caucasian, have been putting this out there. Yes. And then it's unfortunate that those in the Black conscious community do not speak on this. You know, on a frequent basis, which they need to, but obviously they are not, unfortunately, and it's sad because we are in a very volatile situation as people. You know, we have too many, you know, enemy forces coming at us from all four fronts, whether it's the Caucasians, whether it's the legal immigrants or other immigrants coming to this country who don't like us, which is a fact. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have no type of protection surrounding us. Right. This is why mostly people could kill us and get away with it, usually, and walk off scot-free. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like my good sister Ingrid said on a video we did last night, you know, that with that situation of that cop getting found guilty for killing Luquan McDonald in Chicago over a couple of years ago, wasn't nothing but a powder keg, you know? It was basically a pacifier. Because look at all these other polices who didn't kill blacks within just the last 4 years of span time, you know, before and since Brother McDonald got killed by that cop who shot him 16 times. Look, ain't none of them seen a day in court. And if they have, they didn't get found guilty. You know, either way it goes. So, I mean, we looking at a situation where I mean, any of us could walk out our doors at any given moment of time and get our heads blown off just because of the color of our skin. You know, and the thing about it, it was a couple of years ago, back in 2016, there was a brother of soul, a dark-skinned brother of soul, who had fled to Canada. And the story was in the media, but it wasn't you know, massively, you know, televised or anything, but it was all in the media, you know, on social media and stuff and the internet. and he, fled to Canada because he was in fear for his life, being black in America. Plus, he had already had previous, unfortunate run-ins with the law that influenced his decision, in terms of him being harassed. And, he was up there fighting to stay in Canada from the last I heard, in his attempt to stay in Canada. And, this is what we may have to start doing, and I'm going to just say this, as far as countries is concerned, we need to research what countries we could go to, because I've did some research, and it's a fact that not only are there African immigrants over in Europe right now, but there are dark-skinned black Americans over in Europe who say that they don't see the type of racism that they see here in America. They've even described their experiences, and I'm talking about numerous people who I almost can't count at this point, that have said that they just don't see the type of racism existing over there. Now, as far as places like England, France, Spain, initial countries that were involved in the transatlantic slave trade or whatever, or in colonizing the continent and other parts of the world where it's populated with darker skinned people, all of them wasn't involved in that. Right. When you want to talk about those Nordic countries like Denmark, Norway, places like that, and even over in Eastern Europe, don't get me wrong, yes, there is racism all throughout Europe, whether it's Eastern or Western Europe, but like I said, the information I've been obtaining is not like the experience over here in America, and ones could stand to survive to see another day. Yeah. More likely than being black in America. No nation is perfect, as well as no continent on this earth is perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna make that clear. Okay, but there are elements across seas in different places where black people don't have to worry about their life being took constantly every day, or being racially profiled just because you're black. Okay, and some of those people that I've even researched, they'll tell you which places in which countries in Europe you ain't got to worry about that. As far as now, France and Great Britain, you have to worry about that. I'm gonna just put that out there. But in certain areas, a lot of areas in Europe, especially with the European Union, you ain't got to worry about that. Because, like I say, nowhere on this planet Earth, you're going to expect anything to be perfect because of the fact that white supremacy dominates and rules in this planet Earth, period. But there are countries that you can still live safe than here in America. That's my only point right there in that instance of speaking, because like I said, right now for us here in America, just walking down the streets, having white people, lock their doors electronically when they see a black person walking by, locking their car or truck vehicle doors. That's a form of harassment. Just them looking at you in an intimidating, scared way, is a form of harassment, because they think you might snatch their pocketbooks or whatever, or rob them or something. Just stereotype stuff. You just can't even walk down the sidewalk being black in America no more without being harassed like that, And it's unfortunate that, you know, we have to, because of some of our people who do certain things to garner that type of attention, it makes it hard on the ones who don't.
Yeah.
You know, but unfortunately, that's still unfair. But you know, as far as the Caucasians is concerned, we all the same. It don't make no difference to them. We all just a bunch of niggas. Like I said before, who are just a 3/5 of a human. And then eventually, you know, when they finally have their way with permanently exterminating us through the process of FEMA concentration camps and mass graves that's waiting on us at the right time when they choose to make that decision, I'm going to tell you something. It's not going to matter if you Muslim, Christian, homosexual, lesbian, a gang member, you know what I'm saying, a killer, child molester, whatever you are, you know, a celebrity, billionaire, millionaire. See what they did to old bro, Bill Cosby. That man, they pushing to it, you know, in his 80s. You know, they don't care nothing about that.
No.
You know, Howard Weinstein, they dropping it. They in the process of dropping it. You know, sexual allegations against him in court. While, you know, Bill Cosby facing 3 to 10 sitting in prison right now, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, it's just a vicious cycle that's continuing and continuing, and that never stopped since the inception of this nation, which we have been over 400 years of oppression. And it's just getting to the point right now that, you know, if we keep playing with this, you know, we gonna see our fate being sealed. And I'm not trying to stick around to see this happen. And those like mine, as myself and brother Taalik, I'm sure, are not trying to stick around to see this happen. You know, so we still got choices.
Yes.
Either get on board with the Soul Train, with this operation of Exodus, Mississippi, as the brother explained earlier in part 1, and you know, and let's get busy, or make a choice and get the hell out of America while we still can for somebody else make a choice.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely real. This is no game.
Yes.
I mean, wherever we choose to go to on this planet Earth, as far as leaving this country, no matter what continent we choose to go to, no matter where we choose, make sure at least that when you go, you research these countries. You know, you research the pros and cons, or the positives and negatives, in other words, of these nations. Don't just make no aimless move. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, don't do nothing like that. Don't just leave on the whim. Careful, you know, research and know where you're going and then go. Because I mean, it's really not no we have no chance here in America.
Yes, sir.
You know, we talk about, well, we go wait till Trump get out. Listen, let me tell you something. No matter what president we under, Democrat, Republic, or whatever party this president may be under, you know, even after Trump, we still gonna be getting killed in the streets like dogs, yes. Shot down like dogs, beat down like dogs.
Yes.
It don't make no difference. You seen it happening under Obama's administration and numerous before his. So, I mean, the cycle in that capacity is not going to stop. That's already been established and dictated. Either you want true freedom, justice, or equality. And that's the bottom line. You know, and I'm going to say this here. you know, for those who say that they love, I wasn't going to mention Africa, but for those who say they love Africa, all I got to say about that is, if you really truly love Africa, and not just for its resources, but you truly love Africa, go over there. And even if you don't go over there, send your families over there, especially your children, so your later on generations won't have to know what it is to be in a place like America and live under fear every day just because of the color of their skin. Right. It's just that simple. It's time to stop talking about it and making some moves by being about it. Yes, sir. That applies to us all. Okay, and that's including myself. I'm not going to leave myself out there. Yes, sir. You know, I mean, some of us may have to just salvage up the little we got and leave certain things behind to get up out of here. You know how the refugees had to leave Syria? Right. Look at the country of Syria. It's almost desolate without a massive population. A lot of us is gonna have to go, just like that. Not because another country is trying to, you know what I'm saying, make war with us. It's dark-skinned slave descendants born in America. You know what I'm saying? Or descendants of slaves, rather to say, born in America. It's going to have to get the heck up out of here. We are in that position. We might as well start, you know what I'm saying, considering ourselves like them refugees in Syria were in a similar situation. You know, because wars are already being made on us here in America. You know, and if you go back to, like this sister was saying yesterday, if you go back to when the RexC law came out, you know, which they changed it again to another name, but concerning the executive order of hauling us off the FEMA camps and stuff like that, those black politicians and stuff and billionaires and celebrities would consider certain type of influence is going to be the first ones to be hauled off to them concentration camps. So they ain't going to be of no help. Like they are of no help now to us. Obviously. They definitely ain't going to be of no help. So, you know, like I said, you could keep wasting your time playing games. Like this is just some fairy tale conspiracy theory, you know. And like I say, you can keep doing that all you want to, but we gonna get a knock at that door. Rather not me. I'm gonna say those who don't take heed is gonna get a knock at that door, just like them Jews in Nazi Germany did. Right. They didn't think that doodle stank. Until them Nazis started knocking on their door and hauling them off to them gas chambers over there in Nazi Germany. And we see what the result of that was. Right. So I'm going to say to all black of America, keep on thinking the same thing like them Jews in Nazi Germany did. This is no game. This is for real. You know, we have prominent Caucasians known that's putting this information out. Former and current politicians who's putting this out there, letting it be known that they got a plan for our black ass. Excuse my French, but that they got a plan for us. This ain't no game. This is definitely serious. You know, they incarcerating us at a high massive number. whether we innocent or not, or guilty.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. The main thing is they want us out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they're replacing these darker skinned legal or illegal immigrants with us. And while we busy worrying about the plight of these immigrants or illegal immigrants, they don't care nothing about us. They do not give a damn about us. They've shown us every day. Unfortunately, including our darker skinned brothers and sisters from the continent in the Caribbean as well.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in cities and communities around them. Broke bread with them. You know, did business with them. You know what I'm saying? I know how they think.
Yes.
They don't give a dag. They don't give a darn about us. They look at us just in the same eyes as the Caucasian do.
Mm.
You know, so like I said, we have a chance here.
Yes, sir.
You know, we do not have a chance as a people. And we need to stop, you know, like I say, looking at stuff from a so-called conspiracy theory angle. Because this thing called concentration camps is for real. You know, them plastic casket containers that's being moved all across the country through railway track routes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a reality. They plan on burying as tens of millions of us as possible. Especially for those of us they may not be able to use, whatever their other purposes are, as far as their agendas is concerned. But we are done. You know, we are seriously done as a people. I mean, just look at it. You know, just look at how, you know, when you think about it, brothers and sisters, just look at the blatant disrespect that we're getting as a people. When we say Black Lives Matter, people disrespect that by saying all lives matter. That's a blatant disrespect to our cause and our plight. Ain't no other ethnic group or so-called race in this country getting the type of injustice dealt to them in a massive high number as we are, you know. Tell me how many Hispanics that they are even gunning down at a high rate, like they are with the so-called Black American. You can't show me nowhere. And it's because it's not no evidence to prove that it's many of them that's getting killed by the police, like we are. So the whole situation with this thing, you know, that we have to, you know, be concerned with these Hispanics' plight, whether they're immigrants or whether they are already citizens, considered citizens, like the Puerto Ricans. That's not our fight. That's not our fight.
I want you to, brother Taalik, I want you to hold that point because, unfortunately, I do have to go. I only had about an hour to do this.
Yes, sir.
So, like I told you, we're going to probably have to have a number 2. So,
all right, well, brother, why don't you, for now, why don't you finish off this, then, and what is your, and give your few takes on what this part 2 topic is about.
Yeah, well, actually, like I said, we're going to have a part 2. It may be time for blacks to leave America. And I want you to hold that point. And
yes, sir.
We're going to have to, like you said, we're going to have to revisit this again.
Yes, sir.
I didn't expect to be here, you know, have some other, you know, things I have to do. But we just wanted to come out here and put this before the public. And just to give you something to think about, and we're going to we're gonna definitely got to do a part 2, because there's something else. That's what makes Operation Exodus Mississippi important, because if you notice, when I renamed the Mississippi campaign, because somebody was stealing our idea, Mississippi campaign, when I called it Operation Exodus Mississippi, I did include the word Exodus. And there's a reason why I included the word Exodus, because that's part of the plan also. But when we talk about Exodus, we don't want a disorganized Exodus. We want to try to create a organized Exodus. We don't want to be like the people in Syria, start dropping bombs and everybody start running for their lives. We want to put ourselves in a position where our Exodus can be organized. So we want to talk about that and bring Brother Assistant Administrator Taalib back, and we're going to finish this topic off. I don't know when, but we will do that. I don't know when. It might be spontaneous again. But again, before we come off the air, I want to thank Brother Assistant and our Brother Minister of Information. Brother Craig is in the house too, in the background. But tomorrow at 3 o'clock tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Time, I expect to have a nice little conversation for about an hour, because she's also very busy. The original dark-skinned activist, Sister Rashida Strober, is going to come to talk about her play coming to Atlanta, Georgia, November the 17th. And I will be there because I want to go watch this sister and her play. And those of you who are in the Atlanta area, if you can, tomorrow we'll have the information concerning her bringing her dark-skinned woman's revenge play to Atlanta, Georgia. With that said, for Brother Taalib, for Brother Craig and myself, and all those on board the Soul Train, I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for coming to join us on this spontaneous edition of the Realist Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. And hopefully tomorrow we will see each other again when Rashida Strober is a guest. And as Don Cornelius has always said in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we're going off air.